All right, let's get another check of the weather. You are taking a live look at the skies over in Fort Smith and in Springdale. You can see a lot of rain coming down there in Springdale, really just a lot just dropping out there in our camera. Fort Smith, those skies there, they look gray, just look cloudy out there. So be careful if you are getting ready to make that commute home from work.
Tonight we have 4029's meteorologist Robert Suhr and Martin Loudmore tracking this for us.
Yeah, so let's start off with Robert. So Robert, when will the storms pass through?
Well, they are passing through right now, especially across northwest Arkansas. They're just west of the river valley right now, but probably within the next 90 minutes they will move through the river valley. And the rainfall is causing problems. Just in between when we last talked with Martin and now, we have a multi-vehicle accident there on I-40 just outside of Clarksville. You can see one lane getting by, but vehicles here kind of all over the place. So keep, if your travels involve I-40 toward Clarksville, it could be slow going. Now, as for the rainfall, there's the heaviest band of rain with that front kind of arcing its way because there's some pretty gusty winds behind that front. Heaviest rain now moving into Fayetteville, Prairie Grove right now, and now into northwestern parts of Crawford County. That line snakes its way down into northeast or southeast Oklahoma. We do have some severe thunderstorms. Well, they may just scrape southern Lafleur County and southern Scott County. We'll keep an eye on those, but there's all that heavy rain around Clarksville where that accident is. Another batch of heavy rain with that front, probably a half hour or so away from the Fort Smith-Van Buren area. You can see things are quiet now in Fort Smith, but that will change. Lots of heavy rain on our camera here in Fayetteville. It is really dumping. Raindrops on our camera in Springdale, and traffic very slow on I-49 in Lowell as the heaviest of that rainfall is coming down at this hour. Temperatures right now, a little bit on the chilly side, mostly in the upper 50s across northwest Arkansas. Double nickels there in Winslow. River Valley temperatures, especially Lafleur County, they're the warmest that, for this time of the year. 66 in Lafleur, 63 in Heavener. This is where we've got the best instability. That's where we expect the worst of the weather to be. As you see all those storms continuing to slide through, but the good news is pretty quick moving. By 8 o'clock or so, they're out of here for the most part. Colder air rushes in behind it. And yeah, northwest Arkansas could see a couple of snowflakes while most of us are in bed, and then waking up tomorrow morning, clearing out, but quite cold. Scattered severe thunderstorms certainly possible in the yellow area where you see the darker green. That's an isolated storm. But I think for the most part, northwest Arkansas, your severe threat, what little it was, is now coming to an end. In terms of the hazards, yeah, gusty, damaging winds certainly possible across the river valley. Same with the hail threat, the big hail further to the south and the east where you see that hatched areas where we're expecting to, luckily that is out of our area for the most part. And then a very small but a non-zero tornado threat here, Lafleur, Scott, southern Sebastian, southern Logan County as well. So quick spin up certainly possible. But it's going to get cold behind that front, upper 20s. Across northwest Arkansas, River Valley, those temperatures a little bit warmer, but not by much, hovering right around the freezing mark. And yet again tonight, we still have that freeze warning and a freeze watch for certain areas, Johnson, Logan, and Scott County, and then points to the east with those cold air watches and warnings. And highs tomorrow really go nowhere, stuck in the 40s and lower 50s for the area. There's a look at the extended forecast. Pretty chilly St. Patrick's Day. So you'll probably want to spend it inside, maybe at your favorite drinking establishment. You'll spend St. Patrick's Day. Lots of sunshine, though, for the weekend. It stays pretty cold, a pretty chilly, below average first day of spring. Our next chances for precipitation really don't get in here till the middle to latter part of next week. And then, Phil, you can see there, not bad for the weekend, despite it being cold and windy. First day of spring looks more clouds than sun in the river valley. And then we finally start to moderate as we get toward next week.